Hey, everybody out there in YouTube land. How is everybody doing? I just don't get on YouTube as much as I used to. Maybe I'm just enjoying life, but maybe I just ain't got that much to say. But I wanted to jump on here today and offer some words of encouragement to you new guys out here and kind of share a little stress that I went through over the last couple days. Now, I mean a little stress. Good times. Life is good. I mean, yeehaw, right? But had some hardships to come over. Come aware of some other stuff that I didn't know what was going on, because I sure didn't see none of it on the news. But it's definitely happening. I had to go put my own two eyes on it to make sure that I just wasn't been, got to see it myself, right? But anyway, I've been home for the last 3 or 4 days, and I had to come home to renew my hazmat license. You got to go through the fingerprint and background check with TSA and Homeland Security, all that kind of stuff. I did that, and I knew that my license, I had to renew my CDL before the end of April. But I don't know why it had slipped my mind that I had to get a DOT physical by the 19th of March. I don't know, it just didn't hit me that my DOT physical, it slipped my mind, what can I say? So anyway, I took care of everything on the hazmat side, and on the afternoon of the 18th, well, first of all, let me tell you what I did the morning of the 18th. A friend of mine had called me and told me there were some things going on out around my place that I ought to know about, and I said, what kind of things? He goes, well, I'd like to show you. I said, well, give me a hint. And he goes, Chinese are coming in here and buying a lot of farmland around your place. I said, really? What are they doing with it? And he said, well, he goes, I think they're military of nature. I said, really? I said, I tell you what are you doing tomorrow morning? And he goes, I got nothing. I said, well, I'll just come out there and I'll get you and you give me a tour and show me what you're looking at. Now, there's a little town about 20 miles south of me called Lindsay, Oklahoma. And there's a sign, a big billboard that somebody had put as you're going into town. Basically says, whatever you do, don't sell your land to these Chinese foreigners. And the Chinese are coming in buying your land, and you just name your price, and they'll give you more money than what you asked for if you'll vacate the property right now and just leave. This is kind of strange going on. So my friend took me on a tour around to some of the other properties that the Chinese had already bought. And it didn't make a whole lot of sense what I was seeing. I'm not going to say everything that I was seeing, but things ain't right in Denmark, folks. All things aren't right. Now, Oklahoma has got legal medical marijuana now, and there are a lot of people that are gone into the cannabis industry. Some farmers are making some good money with it. A a lot of turnover going in that new business, which is generally normal for a new industry. But what these Chinese are doing is they're coming in and buying the property, installing a grow operation, and then they've got they're all men. There's not any women. It's all guys. And just watching them, how they interact with each other, I'll just say it's military. They have a military nature about them, let's just say that. The other thing about how they're setting up these grow operations, you're looking at them, they don't know what the hell they're doing. They're throwing a lot of money around. They'll come in paying $500,000 for a dozer, setting up equipment, Biz Queen greenhouses, yada, yada, yada. They're throwing a lot of money at it. I don't think they know what they're doing. One gentleman I was talking to, he said they were trying to buy it. They bought the place next to him, and they were trying to buy the place, his place. And they come over and tested his water, said his water was too hard. You know, if you got hard water, you need to bring down, you know, if you're going to grow cannabis, you need to get your pH level down to, you know, about 5.5 or 6.5, and that's not hard to do. I mean, that's a simple filtration process to condition that water properly to farm for cannabis. So they rejected his property on the dude that, now, he didn't want to sell it in the first place. Let's get that right up front. But they're coming in and throwing all this money like they're going to grow cannabis, and apparently they don't know what the hell they're doing. I don't get it. I looked at the way they were setting up their greenhouses, and they're not, well, they could overcome it, but the way they're setting it up looks like they're only going to grow for a season, other than the normal growing season. If they'd set it up properly, they could get 4 rotations in a year. The way they're setting it up, they're only going to get 1. So it looks like they're trying to come in, initiate a lot of money to fund some type of operation, but they're not setting up like they're interested in long haul. And anyway, so I was meeting with a couple of farmers, and they were saying, well, you know, we don't know what to do. You know, we can't stop it. And I stopped and talked to the local law enforcement there. I was talking to him about it, and he goes, outside our jurisdiction, it's in county. And I didn't take time to go talk to the sheriff about it. But the way the laws are set up in Oklahoma to run a cannabis operation, it has to be owned by an Oklahoma citizen. Now that's on state level. So somebody's got to be in cahoots with them. Somebody's taking some money somewhere. Anyway, it just didn't make a whole lot of sense. Anyway, the farmers I were talking to, they said, well, we don't know what we can do about it, or if we have any right to do anything about it. And I said, well, it's your land. You can do with whatever you want to do with your land, don't you? And they go, yeah. And I said, well, why don't you just go right down your fence line there to divide your property and go about 100 feet in on your fence line? And why don't you just go ahead and plant about 10 acres of industrial hemp right down the side of that fence. And they go, "What? Why would we do that?" And I said, "Well, if they're trying to turn and burn a one-turn crop of cannabis, flood the cannabis market, pull all the money off of it for some type of operation," I said, "you can keep them from being successful. Just put all that industrial hemp in there, because the way that they're set up their facilities, that industrial hemp will go into its pollen phase and contaminate all their crop. And that way they won't produce a crop." They looked at me and went, "Oh, no shit, I never even thought about that." I said, "Well, guy, you're farmers, man. You know how to play this game." But I just don't know what's going on, guys. There's weird happenings going on in Oklahoma right now. Strange things. We are definitely living in interesting times, aren't we, folks? Didn't have a whole lot to share with you, but thought I'd share that with you. Keep your eyes open, folks. Something is going down. Anyway, y'all have a blessed day. God bless each and every one. Remember, you too can change the world. All you gotta do is be nice to each other. Bye-bye.